My name is George Smith. For all my life, I've been involved in my dad's racing career, going to all these racetracks and working with him for the business. So, what about my dad makes him a true and honest person? Well, in this short documentary, I'll show you.
But it's water, it's high pressure water jet,
So you just
and
James, come here. Look.
it works with a grit which is put into the or mixed in with the water,
Yeah.
and then
Like
it's
gravel.
yeah, like if you and what it does then you can say we use it for sort of prototype brackets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was the idea of it. So when we're designing something, we can try a bracket.
Yeah. So this is the sort of workshop. Um, used to be when I was a kid. I'd stay here till about 11 at night every Friday. Mark Wright's Club Classics would be on, all the 70s and 80s music, and it was just me, my dad, his mechanic, and my sister. And we'd just be here every Friday. The car would be here, that would be raised up, and you just work on it every Friday. And my dad would win his races, and we'd take part in them. And even if he had like an accident or something, he'd still be out in the next 2 weeks. And it's just really nice. A lot of memories here, and it's really sort of nostalgic, unbelievably. But yeah, it's really nice. Hello, I'll meet you down there. This is the new car that we're doing. We do all of this sort of stuff all the time. It's quite good, isn't it? I mean, I don't do it myself personally, but
No, I think well, if you've got plenty of rear end grip, then the rear axle's working. So we now need to, but then we haven't got too much rear grip, and we've got to get the front to come round. It's exactly what I said to John. That Saturday night when we had your car there, and I had all the paperwork all written out with all the dimensions and sizes. And I said, look, John.
So was invented in Europe, probably Sicily, about 1,000 years ago. So it's 2.1 come up sort of
Yeah, you've got
chop
to find
shape.
all.
Of the Italian
So I've got to see where it says all that.
Because that's the main alphabet. If it's
And his idea of chopped is chopped body kit.
yeah, but is that like panels?
Yeah, he's saying that the panel kit is chopped. Because John, at Ipswich Saturday night, I said to John, I said, we are running standard.
So the first question I want to ask is, how did you start racing? Like, what made you want to do racing? Was it like a passion or hobby? And
It was just I started on motorbikes when I first started when I was 17, and a friend of mine, Steve, was racing big Formula One motorbikes, and he said, "Come along and have a go." So we bought a motorbike, and I went motorbike racing on the circuits.
Yeah,
That's how it started, and then it just sort of progressed from there. Really, the cars. I never really thought I would get into cars to start with.
so, Dad, we're going to ask you a few questions about the business and your life, and we're going to pick and choose sort of which ones are interesting.
Yeah. Hey. No probability somewhere.
Yeah. So, first question I'd like to ask: what made you get into motor racing? Was it a passion of yours? Was it a hobby? What's your sort of take on motor racing?
I got into it for a friend of mine, and he said to me, "Come along and have a go."
What was your time like when you were on circuit racing? Because you've said that you've done bangers, outlaws.
Grip hot rods, outlaw hot rods.
So what was the circuit racing like?
Yeah, good. It's a more of a relaxed atmosphere.
Bring your families along.
Yeah, we go down on the night before, get set up in the pits at Brands Hatch or Donington, wherever we're racing. Get set up, get your car set up, and then we have the motorhome, and everybody comes around for a cup of tea and a drink and a chat, and it's more of a relaxed type thing.
Yeah.
and the racing is still very, very competitive. But you've got more time to do stuff. You can get up in the morning, have a cup of tea and your breakfast.
Yeah, lunch and stuff.
Do qualifying times, and then you'll have a couple of races throughout the day. And same thing again. It's just much nicer if you come in after a race and you've got a problem. You've got time to rectify it again before you go out into the next race.
As you can see, we are a very close family. Father and son working together. I'm so glad that I was able to find out more about my dad, and that we can both carry on achieving our dreams together.